listening to Tough Tiger Talk Flash Report.
Shout out to the Tough Tiger Talk Nation. Big Q in here representing Tough Tiger Talk. We in this one, man. Shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all for being in the stream. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. By all means, feel free to share Tough Tiger Talk on your social media feed. We up in this one, man. And shout out to our Lady Tigers that advanced to the Sweet 16. Big ups to them, man, as they make a push for another title, man. And we give them all of the prayers and blessings to go out there and accomplish that for the great LSU Tiger Nation, man, because that's what we do, fam. We win championships. But on this broadcast, man, we're going to kind of talk about the Pro Day, man. You know, LSU's Pro Day was today, man, and we're going to delve into it on this episode of Tough Tiger Talk. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button by all means as we get going on this episode of Tough Tiger Talk. And this is the Pro Day. And some of the participants and a bunch of people. Of course, you only hear from a certain percentage of people that actually told in on this Pro Day. But there were a lot of scouts there because there were 17 people participating at LSU's Pro Day. Aaron Anderson, Barian Brown, Jamari Butler, Mansoor Delane, Bernard Gooden, Jacobian Guillory, AJ Halsey, Chris Hilton Jr., Garrett Nussmeier, Patrick Payton, Harold Perkins Jr., Jack Pyburn, Damian Ramos, Bauer Sharp, Xavier Thomas, John Thompson, and West Weeks all participated in the Pro Day. And they had a lot of positive stuff to kind of talk about. And shout out to Tiger News, I think it is, Tiger News. They had the LSU Reveal. They did have some footage by way of Tiger TV. I wanted to give them their proper respect. Had some footage of the Pro Day. We'll roll some of that momentarily, but just kind of going over some of the metrics and jumps that we've seen here, as well as you can see some of the verticals that occurred. Some participated in that, some didn't. But I think one of the times that we're looking at is the 40 times you can see right here. In terms of what we've seen from Mansoor Delane. He ran a 4.35, which was phenomenal. And that will only spike as he's seen as the best cornerback in the draft. And he's definitely up there. The Saints were watching him. The Saints talked to him. They worked him out according to reports there as well. So it'll be interesting to see how they factor in, because there's some really tough talent here. And really, if the Saints wanted to, there are two prime players on this team that they can really use. When we talk about Mansoor Delane, you talk about Harold Perkins Jr., depending on where he falls, because he's an enigma of sorts in terms of where do he go. A lot of people say he goes between the second and third round. Some see at the top of the fourth. I don't think he gets past the third about what he does, but regardless of not, look at Harold Perkins' 40 time. He ran a 4.40 in the 40 at the LSU Pro Day. So very positive stuff. West Weeks did a 4.5. Aaron Anderson, is that right? With his 40 time was a 4.55. I'm surprised by that. If that's there, I thought he'd be a little quicker than that. But nonetheless, man, we got some real interesting stats right here. But these are the participants, as you guys can see. That's the pictures of them: Aaron Anderson, Barian Brown, Jamari Butler, Mansoor Delane, who's going to be seen as one of the top players in the draft. Bernard Gooden, who was a very good defensive lineman. Jacobian Guillory, Tank Guillory as an interior force. AJ Halsey will be seen as one of the top safeties. They anticipate him going somewhere in the second round. It'll be interesting. Chris Hilton's there. Garrett Nussmeier is also had a pretty good Pro Day to kind of help elevate his stock a bit. A lot of people see him anywhere between the third and the fourth round. For Nussmeier, we'll see. Pat Payton was another interesting prospect. Him and Jack Pyburn, two big defensive linemen with athletic ability. Didn't have the kind of seasons that we wanted to see these guys have, but nonetheless, they turned in good performances, and we'll see where they go in the draft. Harold Perkins was phenomenal, showing his 40 time 4.40 linebacker. He has it's just a utility knife of sorts, depending on where he goes. Ramos, the really steady kicker for LSU. Bauer Sharp, the big tight end, 6'5", 250 plus. Didn't have a best combine when he went up to Indianapolis, but Bauer Sharp is still a talented tight end. Xavier Thomas, the multi-purpose player. Josh Thompson, the big offensive lineman, and Wes Weeks, the talented linebacker, 6'2", 235. We'll see where these guys fall out. But these were the guys at LSU Pro Day. There were several really interesting prospects to be word of. So let's kind of transition to this article right here that's kind of giving us a little light on it. Shout out to LSU Revel as they talk about this Pro Day. 17 LSU players went through drills, workouts, positions, and among the NFL scouts 1 month before the draft, some of the standout players that participated: defensive back Mansoor Delane, QB Garrett Nussmeier, linebacker Harold Perkins Jr., and wide receiver Aaron Anderson, among others. The star of the night was Mansoor Delane. He ran a 4.35 in the 40-yard dash. Harold Perkins ran a 4.40, and Delane turned heads around as he looked in shape while doing some position workouts. It really elevated his stock. I was watching the footage. He had a really good workout. Former LSU QB Nussmeier looked good. He came back from the abdominal injury and felt that he could throw to his full capacity early in January, which is a positive. Remember, Garrett Nussmeier was dealing with that issue the entire season. Him getting pushed on, knocked down, and tackled didn't really help it. He was named the Senior Bowl MVP and told the media that he felt great throwing today, as he doesn't have to prove anything and just can be himself. He battled through several quarterbacks, to become the third drafted, as Fernando Mendoza and Ty Simpson are expected to go early in the draft. And there is talk that Garrett Nussmeier could be one of those quarterbacks. Now, there's still a bunch of other pro days where you have guys like Drew Allar and others that's in the draft that's looking to kind of elevate their stock over Garrett Nussmeier. But him being healthy is a plus, right? And plus, there'll be always an elevated look on getting players, like getting a quarterback in the draft. There's always a look for that. So one of the players that improved his draft stock the most was former LSU wide receiver Hilton Jr., as he had the best vertical jump out of all the participants at 38.5. Hilton was also the wide receiver with the fastest 40-yard dash. He turned in a 4.41. He was also on the fastest 20-yard shuttle and had the 3-cone drill. So he kind of dominated that. Harold Perkins was faster than all LSU wide receivers, showing his athletic capabilities. He expected to be drafted between the second and third rounds. The article recommended. I've seen that before, and I think based on what a lot of people are saying, that is where he'll fall because of his versatility. All 17 prospects will hope to get drafted in the 2026 NFL draft that will take place April the 23rd to 25th in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania late next month. So this is some of the stuff. Now let's kind of look at the some of the footage of what happened at it. Here we go. Look at that, man. Wow. Yes, Hilton getting that high jump. Bunch of scouts, Pittsburgh, Saints, everybody there. The Commanders. And there's Hilton in the Bauer Sharp in the cones. Not bad weeks. A little back flip, a little front flip after that, showing his athleticism. A little high, but he got it in. Nice throw. Nice pass. Yeah, Garrett is healthy. You can see a little bit of the confidence coming back, man. He took a beating this season. Nice, dropped it right in the basket. So shout out to Tiger TV for getting those skits for us to watch right there. But man, what can I tell you, man? It was a terrific practice. No matter what happened there. They're looking for an opportunity to kind of move. Some of these guys want to climb in the draft, and we'll have quite a few of these players get drafted for LSU. We know Mansoor will be the first one drafted in terms of LSU getting there, but AJ Halsey and all these other guys, Chris Hilton Jr., Garrett Nussmeier, Pat Payton, Harold Perkins, Jack Pyburn, Damian Ramos, Byron Sharp, a lot of these guys are going to be drafted out of the 17 guys. You're probably going to see the great deal of these guys, at least 10 of these guys going. And I could say as many as 12, and then some of the remaining ones as undrafted guys on your team. So it's going to be interesting, man. But they had a solid pro day for LSU today, and Saints and pretty much damn near all of the NFL teams were in attendance. But I know a lot of eyes were on Harold Perkins and Mansoor Delane, because those guys are who they're looking at as some of the top talent available. And Mansoor Delane has the eye of the Saints. Do they make him the number 8 pick with the draft? We'll see how they hash out things with Chris Olave. But in the end, man, listen, Mansoor Delane made a strong case for himself in the top 8 of the draft. He might be gone before then. You never know how he's talented. He's a physical, talented cornerback with 4.35 speed. Man, he really elevated his stock even more so. I mean, he's the best cornerback in the draft. The best DB to me is Caleb Downs. But in terms of Mansoor Delane, man, it's speed, intelligence, character. The dude is just is going to be a solid player for somebody. Maybe for the Saints. We'll see, man. All right. So anyway, listen, fam, that's pretty much what I got for y'all on this episode of Tough Tiger Talk. Y'all feel in the comment section. Let me know how y'all feel about the pro day. What players that you like perform? Thoughts on players performing at the pro day? Who did you see had the best day? Who did you see have the worst day? Put that in the comment section below and let me know how you feel about that. Also, feel free to share the show on Tough Tiger, with Tough Tiger Talk to the rest of your social media. Hand it out to other LSU diehards across the hemisphere. Let them know that Tough Tiger Talk is here, and we talking tough with all love about our LSU Tigers as we continue to move forward into the season. So with that being said, I'm gonna get out on that. I appreciate y'all, man. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. By all means, feel free to share the show on your social media feed. Big Q representing the Tiger Nation, man. I'm gonna holler at you on the next upload. Much love, peace, and go Tiger.
Subscribe to the Tough Tiger Talk channel and stay up to date for all things LSU football.
Hey, New Orleans! Whether you're catching up on Saints news at Jackson Square, checking Pelicans scores in the Garden District, or staying updated on LSU while grabbing coffee in the French Quarter, there's one place that keeps you connected to everything that matters in our city. From Bourbon Street to the Superdome, from Preservation Hall to the Riverfront, New Orleanians are staying in the know with thehootitdaily.com. Your daily source for Saints, Pelicans, LSU, and all the sports, music, and culture that makes our city special. At work downtown, at a game in the Dome, or just relaxing by the Mississippi, wherever life takes you in the Big Easy, you can stay connected. Because when you're from New Orleans, you don't just live here. You stay in the NO. That's stay in the know. Visit thehootdatdaily.com and never miss what matters most to Who Dat Nation.
Welcome to the Pro Shop, where we create authentic NOLA-inspired clothing for men, women, and children. From Saints jerseys to Pelicans gear, everything's crafted right here in New Orleans. Whether you're shopping the Pro Shop, the Pel Shop, or the Pro Shop Kids, we've got your whole family covered with genuine merchandise that represents our city's spirit. Check for links in the description section below or in the chat.